Hi, I'm Jo from All in the Folds, and I'm going to show you what a half fold is and what it's used for. Now, you'll usually find these in book army patterns where, like, if you've made the image yourself or if you've bought it, where there's still spaces between the letters, and like book army can't remove these like gaps between the letters. It can do the optimizing at the edges, but not in between. So if you don't get your letters close enough together, you'll have these half folds appearing in your patterns. Now some fonts don't really need half folds, so like if they've got the serifs on, or you can see that the letters won't run into each other, like they won't merge, then you could leave them out. If you count them up through the pattern and then subtract that number from the pattern total, and then just centralize your pattern like with your new like number of pages, then you could do that. Or but if you want to just follow the pattern through, if you've not too sure, or you've been told that you could do with using half folds, like with an alphabet that you've got, if it doesn't have like say if it has really straight edges, like if it's quite blocky, the L, if you've got two L's together, those are going to merge, or L and then N, etc., anything with like the straight. So yeah, you could use the half folds then. Or if you're wanting to create a gap for between words, then you'll do around 7 to 10 of these, and then it will create a nice little gap for you. Okay, so I'll run through the different ways that people have been doing them. So there's a few ways that you can do a half fold. One is where you take the page and you fold it all the way back to the spine, just in half, like that. But with probably most alphabets or letter folds that you're doing, you're going to have these bits sticking out the top and the bottom, and you'll have those in between each letter, and it's going to look a mess. It's going to spoil the smooth folds at the top. So another way is mark about halfway, or just roughly fold halfway, and then fold the bottom corner up to the same point, so you have a point, and then fold this back in half towards the spine, because if you leave it out like that, then you're going to get points sticking out between your letters instead. So fold that back in half towards the spine, and then you've got that. But as you can see there, it's poking out at the bottom. It's okay at the top, it's hidden at the top, but it all depends on the size of the alphabet. This is a mini letter, so the folds don't go as far down, so it's going to be sticking out the bottom, and you don't really want that either. So the way I suggest to do it is, if you fold the top down to like close towards the spine to a 90-degree angle, and then fold the bottom up to a 90-degree angle, then you have like this bit overlapping in the middle, and then that pulls it back, and then you can fold that back, the point back towards the spine, and then that has it hidden at both the top and the bottom. You see there, there's plenty of space. It's not going to stick out and ruin your folds.